Hello there, everybody!
Here's my
Hello!
juicy belch.
Oh, I didn't hear anything, Doug. You're the only one.
Okay, good.
You're good.
Juicy.
The people did not hear it until you pointed it out, I guess.
Now we can rewind and be like, did he? Did he? Maybe I didn't. I just wanted you to rewind it because
Ooh.
I'm insane. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, we all know that, Doug, so it's fine.
I know, but so crazy. I thought you needed to know that. So anyway, go ahead. Do the thing.
All right, great. Hi,
do
everyone.
thing.
Welcome to Chatting with Doug and Rob, where Doug will burp into the microphone. And I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
For that, man.
We're all about the class here.
Welcome to Thursday Nights Chatting with Doug and Rob, as we do every Thursday. Well, since the pandemic, most Thursdays. There, that's a better way to put it. Anyway, let's jump into some of the rules, because I see we already have a level 2 hype train and lots of questions going. So first and foremost, we're going to give priority here to the bit messages, because that is some real world money spent. If you highlight a message, excuse me, it does not guarantee that we are going to see it or answer it, but sometimes we do have some time for highlighted questions at the end of the show. Please do not repeat the same thing over and over and over again in chat. You can get timed out or even banned if you're just going to keep doing it. That does also sometimes include some of these bit messages. I know if you're new here, you don't necessarily know. We get behind on the bit messages. We will get to it. I have a list. Do not worry. So there's no need to repeat questions, because I have them. Don't worry about it. Please keep your questions short and to the point. The longer they are, the more likely we are to lose the point, or I'll just have to read the question really quickly and it just gets lost. Please no spoilers in chat. I don't think technically Eternals has been out yet, but you know what I mean? Just no spoilers. Sometimes people don't have the chance to watch all of the new Doom Patrol or anything like that. So, please no spoilers in chat. I feel like I'm missing something.
That's good. Got it. Oh, see if your question has been asked yet.
Oh yeah, that's a fairly new one. Make sure if it is a question. Yeah, maybe read to make sure that people have not already asked the question, because I feel bad when 5 people ask the same question and by the third one we're just like, yeah, okay, we already talked about that, move on. Yeah. I don't know what this week's big one would have been. But just maybe do a double check before you do that, okay? Cool? Great?
Another Chris Pratt role, maybe. That's the only one I can think of.
Right? Yeah. All right, well, let's jump into it then. Flutter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, have you gotten around to watching Hell of a Boss yet? They just released part 1 of the finale several days ago, and beyond the language, gore, and general horniness, that is horniness, all right, there was a surprising level of depth and tragedy that honestly hit frighteningly close to home, for me at least.
Wow, I mean, I've seen a few episodes. I'm curious what hits close to home, but I'm sure it's something that's like relatable to most people. No, I've only seen a few episodes, and I like it. But I did like Has Been Hotel more, so part of me is just kind of waiting for that. But that's kind of silly. I can watch both. There's no reason I can't. I'm just already watching so many other things. I'm trying to catch up on stuff.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, you delightful dark souls of passion, wisdom, and beauty. How you doing?
Wow.
Good. I'm
when
the
you put
beauty.
it like that, great.
Energy Czar, thank you for the 50 bits. Hello, y'all. What's Rob's opinion on the last 5 Daniel Craig Bond films?
Well, I haven't seen the most recent one, so I can give you 4. They're very inconsistent. Casino Royale was
So a normal Bond film.
Yeah, Casino Royale was hands down the best. I didn't like Quantum of Solitude or whatever.
Solace,
it was.
yeah.
You didn't like Skyfall? See, I thought Skyfall was like hands down.
You didn't let me finish. I like Skyfall.
But it's not the best one. You're like, hands down, Casino Royale. I'm like,
oh no, hands down, Casino Royale is the best
see,
one.
I thought it'd be Skyfall. It's so funny.
Oh, why? No,
because it's hands down the best one.
And then after Skyfall, I thought that one was all right. But I didn't like it as much as Skyfall. So now we're at the last one, and I haven't seen it yet, so I can't tell. But they're really inconsistent. Normally I like to see at least 2 in a row that are good, and I'm not sure I've had any that I'm just like, oh yeah, 2 in a row were really great. So, but yeah, a couple of really good ones.
Energies are, thank you for the 50 bits. What big flaws do you think Empire Strikes Back has? For me, I think Cloud City could have used a bit more internal character drama.
Uh, oh, the opening where, and I know why they did it because Mark Hamill got in an accident and stuff, but the opening with the monster, I think, went on way too long, waiting for Obi-Wan to show up and say, go see Yoda, and then waiting for Han to get picked up and everything. That it has a surprisingly very slow start.
I mean, one of the problems they fixed in the original, I hate to say it, there are some things in special edition I like. Cloud City was very claustrophobic. They were like, no, you couldn't see outside at all. And they fixed that.
It is where Cloud City doesn't have any windows. It's Cloud City.
Yeah, I really love the Yoda scenes a lot, but whenever I watch the movie, there is a kind of like, yeah, the movie does drag a little with some of them, with some of those scenes, but it's just like I don't know what the hell I would cut though if it were me, because I'm like I do really like them all individually. But I mean, those are all minor things. I love the movie, so it's one of my favorite films of all time.
I know it, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, just in case you review Dougal, you should probably check out The Magic Roundabout because Dougal is a redub of that film.
Oh, oh, so it probably is a lot like Leap then. Well, half of it. All right, yeah, I might. Well, we'll see how Leap does. It's doing okay now, but we'll see if that somehow pulls in really good numbers. Then I'll definitely do Dougal.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Since you mentioned that Doom Patrol has been lacking for you recently, have the two most recent episodes won you over? Personally, I think they are two of the best episodes from the show.
So I have not seen the one that dropped today, or was it yesterday? I think it was today.
There was one where Brendan Fraser was acting his ass
I think that's
off,
the
and it was
last one.
amazing.
Yeah. No, there was this. You know what's so funny? Because there's like 5 tear-up scenes in that. I'm tough. I don't tear up, man. But there's one scene that got me big time, and it's always weird shit that gets me to tear up. And without spoiling the scene, it's when somebody says, "Well, I was watching," and that was like, oh my god, that works on like so many layers and levels, and holy shit, so that really got me. But even taking that out of it, everyone just acted their fucking head off in that and was really interesting. Yeah,
that episode did a lot to start tying this all together in a way. I'm like, okay, this was worth it. Like it was a very slow burn, but it was still a good. Like I haven't hated.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was just kind of a little dull.
That first season in particular was so strong that it's just hard to compete.
B. Bolin, thank you for the 50 bits. Can you do an NC of the Shrek films sometime?
Maybe.
I like the first two.
It'd be interesting to look back on them. I don't know. That is another one of those they're talked about so much. I feel like, or there's always somebody that like goes into great detail about them. I don't know. In a weird way, I feel like I could talk about the Kung Fu Pandas a little bit more because I really love those.
I love those movies.
So we'll see. I might have it like a Shrek month or something like that. We'll see what happens.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen, and if, oh man, did they forget, the movie here? Have you seen, and if so, what are your thoughts on, oh, never mind, I had to read the whole question. Scooby-Doo Mysteries Incorporated and also Scooby-Doo Meets Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That's on you, Doug. I didn't see
the Cowardly Dog one, no, and I want to. That's another thing I gotta catch up on. I don't know which one is Mysteries Incorporated. No, I haven't, because what am I talking about? I've only seen the original Scooby-Doo show. So it's like, I was going to look it up. I'm like, no, I'll just say no, I haven't, because I haven't seen anything past the 70s ones and the little animated movies. So, no, I have not.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think you'll check out Encanto for Disney-cember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that on the list. There's actually quite a few coming out that I'm going to do for Disney-cember.
Curious about that one.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Any thoughts on ever reviewing Grease 2? Weirdly, always kind of liked it as a sequel, even though it doesn't hold a candle to the OG.
I
I'm
didn't like
glad
Grease
you
1, so that's not.
Yeah, you're talking to the wrong people. We know, and I
Yeah,
don't
and
hate
I'm
it.
not.
It's
It's
just
not
not my
like, oh, I
thing.
think, oh, it's a terrible movie. It's just not my thing. Like musicals are so, like, a lot of musicals just automatically kind of put me off. So it
Well,
just wasn't my
especially
thing.
that type, the greaser, the Happy Days thing. Like, I never got into that era, so yeah, it's just not for me.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen the trailer for 8-Bit Christmas? Basically, and then I think maybe they hit enter on accident because it
That
just says
title sounds
basically.
amazing.
I have concerns. This is one of those where it's either going to be like, man, this is the Christmas movie of like our generation, or it's going to be like, man, this is really trying to be the Christmas movie of our generation. You know what I mean? Like, it even says like this generation's Christmas story, and I'm like, uh-oh. It has kind of the same beats as Christmas Story, but it's about like the 80s. And it looks like it gets a lot of things right, but how much they upplay them and how cleverly they do it, that's where we'll have to wait and see. So I'm cautiously optimistic, but I get the feeling if it bombs, it's gonna bomb hard. It's not gonna be like oh yeah, that wasn't so great. It's gonna be like awful. So I'm really curious to check it out.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen Maya and the Three?
No, I saw the
No.
trailer because I know it's the same people who did Book of Life, and it looked like it had the same strengths and weaknesses. Like, it looked really good, but the dialogue was kind of meh. But I guess I'm hearing it's pretty good, so I should probably check it out. But no, I haven't yet.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Who's your favorite Studio Ghibli character?
Were we asked this last time? I think we were.
Yeah. I mean, I do like Kiki.
I like the granny from the Granny Pirates.
Yeah, I like
Yes,
Nausicaa a lot. I like Porco Rosso, and particularly the like. It's one of those where I think the dub's kind of better because Michael Keaton's amazing. But there's none I really hate, so it's really tough. But I generally kind of say Kiki.
Modika, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey guys, I like this week's review. It was a nice return to your old school examination of obscure animated oddities. My question, do you have any plans to review Sin City and or A Dame to Kill For?
You know,
Probably A Dame to Kill For. 'Cause wasn't that one less well received?
yeah, but it's still fucking awesome. I love them both.
Well, then
absolutely
that would be
adore those
something you
movies.
could talk about.
No, that's honestly, I don't know. I want to play around a little bit with experimental reviews again, but not to like a point where they're like abstract. Like, what does it mean? It's like, no, I'll make it very clear what I mean. I'll say, I think this, and so on. But I want to play around with movies where I really feel like you can kind of talk about them, like how they change over the years. Like Fight Club constantly changes over the years, and I love to talk about a movie like that. Maybe in that style. Where the Wild Things Are is another one where I'm like, man, I want to talk about that. And Sin City is one too. But I like them so much. I kind of want to take a little bit and figure out how I want to talk about them. So it is on the list, but I don't know how I'm going to do it yet.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which iconic Phil Hartman cartoon character do you like more? Troy McClure, or Gigi?
Gigi. I'm blanking on Gigi.
Kiki's delivery service. The cat.
Oh my
God, I really do like Gigi. Oh, why do you gotta do this to me? I thought it was gonna be Troy McClure, Lionel Hutz.
Yeah, so I was waiting for that. I was like, wait, did they get the right one? I'm like, oh, I think they.
I'll go with Gigi, but I really do love Troy McClure.
I guess same thing. Yeah, I mean it's kind of apples and oranges, but
you may remember me from such driving instructional videos as Alice's Adventures Through the Windshield Glass.
LPV the Actor, thank you for the 50 bits. Looking forward to next week's commercial special. Here's hoping that you covered the infamous Eagle Man commercials that I mentioned to you guys last year. So for this Christmas, would you review Olive the Other Reindeer, the TV special starring Drew Barrymore based on the book of the same name?
I remember hearing that, but just to make it clear, next week it's not the commercial special. It's a type of commercial special, if you will. You'll see what I mean when we get to it. But no, we're doing that 2 weeks
Commercial
after
special
that.
should be after that.
Yes. Well, no. There's an editorial and then there's a commercial special.
Oh, okay.
So
God, November's longer than I thought.
yeah, well, it just started, man. So yeah, it's coming, but yeah, it's not next week. It is.
That's right.
We're like commercial special.
Like
but...
I always forget that we're now 3 weeks ahead now.
yeah,
Because like we just watch all the commercials. Why don't we do Eagle Man?
I will someday. I should.
It is. I mean, if at least around here, it's so classic.
Yeah. No.
Just dropping the rates.
Yeah. Look at those low rates.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug and Rob, I really liked the new review. I also remember when its ads were everywhere. Quick question, since you've done a top 11 Simpsons episodes, have you ever thought about doing one for Futurama?
Well, I know what my number one would be. Then it starts getting difficult.
Yeah, everyone has like those top.
The one where Bender becomes God with the beings stuck on his ass, and they have a war between his ass and his stomach, and that one's like hands down my favorite one.
And then like everyone says the dog one, that's another one. But
dog one is so dark.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just nihilistic, that one.
I'd have to really go through them again. Maybe, man. And I have seen them all, but it'd be really tricky to go over them. And real quick, what you were saying about Leap, like, because half the comments are, oh man, yeah, I do remember seeing this everywhere, and the other half are like, what the hell is this? I never even heard of this movie. So
oh, really?
It must just be certain areas that was pushed
big
time, because other people are just like, I have no idea what this is.
I'm sure it was the North American market.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Maybe the French market. I don't know.
But even Malcolm and Tamara, they're like, "What is this?" Like,
oh, really?
I saw it on Netflix. Here's the thing: I didn't see it.
You're the reason I saw it, because you're like, you gotta see how bizarre this movie is.
Yeah, because it kept ending up in my Netflix feed again and again, and I'm just like, well, I like an anime movie. Let me 4 minutes into it, I'm like ready to turn it off. Like, this is not for me. And then like there were just a couple weird things that happened, and I stuck with it, and I just was like, okay, where is this going? And it got so strange. I'm like, okay, Doug may need to see this.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. So, Gal Gadot is the evil queen in the... sorry. Okay, I've heard it said both ways, though. Because I've said Gal Gadot, and people have said, actually, it's Gadot.
It's Gadot.
I go by what they say in the trailer, so they usually say Gadot.
Okay, that's what I used to say before so many people corrected me, so whatever.
Waiting for Gadot.
Yeah. Is the evil queen in Snow White? Anyone else want Chris Pine as the huntsman?
Oh.
I think maybe they met Pratt, but...
I was gonna say, he's in enough stuff.
Hasn't he done enough?
He's the voice of Snow White. That's cool, and I mean, sure. I don't know. Let's see what they have in mind.
Stillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Who are some of your favorite stand-up comedians right now?
Oh, God, see, there's so many good stand-ups right now, but like, I forget their names.
I did always like John Mulaney.
Yeah, he's good.
Chappelle has been a little hit and miss lately for me, but
I still like Chappelle. I actually do like Trevor Noah's stand-up.
Trevor Noah is pretty good.
I think he's a better stand-up than host, honestly.
I still can't. I try watching The Daily Show, and I'm like, it's fine. I just something about his hosting, like his screen presence or something, just it doesn't really like do it for me.
Oh, I'm sure people are gonna be splitting this one. Eliza Schlesinger, I think she's got some good energy. Jim Gaffigan, I love.
Oh yeah, Jim Gaffigan. If you like food stuff, you like Jim Gaffigan.
Chris Rock, I still like. Silverman, she's still good. It's just it was so much funny. It's like Stephen Colbert, so much funnier when it was the character.
I haven't seen Chris Titus in a while, but I loved his stuff. And I even the last one I saw of his, I think it was like 3 years ago.
Yeah. So, but that's a fair amount.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. This question is for you, Mr. Robert Walker. Last week you said Pixar has a history of making the trailers look worse than the actual movie is. What are some examples?
I don't know, all of them except for Brave. That one made
Yeah,
it look
that
amazing.
trailer
Then
looked
the movie
great, and that was
sucked.
one that was kind of lame.
I just whenever I see them, they don't like. I remember even Toy Story.
Toy
I saw
Story
the
looked
trailer
awful.
for it.
Oh my god, it looked
Yeah,
like such a
and the
bad movie.
trailer just made it look bad. Like the idea sounded good, but like the lines they picked and their trailers just are very kind of cookie cutter. Like there's exceptions to this rule. Up, I thought was a pretty good trailer. Like the ones where they think a little outside of the box and they're like, oh, like here's a scene from the movie or this and that. Like those are pretty good. But I mean, I'd have to watch all the trailers again. But like Toy Story kind of sticks out.
Actually, that's
I'm
not
just
fair. Cars looked bad, and it was bad.
That's true. So I don't know. But just there's just a number of them where I'm just like, yeah, I really don't want to see. Oh, I remember Coco. I'm just like, this looks like it's gonna be all right. And then the movie was really fucking good. So there's one.
Terrence Truth, thank you for that subscription. Welcome, appreciate that. Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Did you see Bill Chipper's return in The Simpsons?
Oh,
Bill Cypher, sorry. Yep, Cypher.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip of that. I thought that was cute.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. If you did a skit review for the Suicide Squad, who would you have play Peacemaker and Polka Dot Man?
I mean, I think I'd have to be Polka Dot Man, because isn't he bald? Or
I feel like Walter would make a good Polka Dot Man.
Oh, you're right. I think you're right. And then clearly I'd be Peacemaker. I mean, just with these guns and everything, I mean, there's just no debate.
Yeah, sure. Going to something that chat said, Inside Out. Actually, I remember thinking, this does not look good. And that one was also amazing.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Who's your favorite character from Pulp Fiction?
I mean, I think it's gotta be Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I'm like...
Uma Thurman's great in that movie, though,
Christopher
too.
Walken with the watch, then Samuel L. Jackson.
No, you know who I like? I don't know her name, but the lady that Bruce Willis is with, I don't know why. She was just like so fucking adorable, and she like sets this whole crazy second half in motion, but she's like, I'm sorry, I think I did, I don't know, and I'm just like, oh my god, you're so, I feel so, I'd be okay with it, that's fine, you can lose my grandfather's watch or whatever.
Okay, so let's go. Christopher
really
Walken with the watch, Samuel L. Jackson, the lady dating Bruce Willis, Uma Thurman, and then who's that other guy? He does the little dance thing. John Travolta.
Energy Czar, thank you for the 50 bits. I wonder why you guys haven't seen much of Mad Men or The Wire. Behind The Sopranos, they're usually ranked to the top 10 TV shows of all time.
I tried Mad Men, and it wasn't bad. It just wasn't grabbing me.
I
my
loved
wife really
Mad Men.
Yeah, no, everybody does, and my wife really got into it too. For whatever reason, I tried about 2 episodes, and it's not bad. It just never grabbed me.
Ditto.
Mumrar, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, how do you feel about Gal Gadot being the evil queen in Disney's Snow White movie, and would you rather have the new Garfield movie be live action or animated?
As long as Chris Pratt
rather
is
it not
voicing him,
be.
I don't care. Yeah, if it's anything like the other one, I mean, just like not existing at all would be fine.
What's that line from Christmas Vacation? Do you really think it matters, Eddie?
And Gal Gadot, that I didn't know it was the Disney remake. Like,
yes,
that's cool. But it's still a Disney remake, so we'll see what comes of that.
I think she could look really cool.
Gal Gadot wants to star in Disney garbage. That's fine. She's earned it.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. Just wanted to let you know that you're not alone in your opinion about B-Movie. I thought it was very funny. Patrick Warburton's character made me laugh especially hard. By the way, Rob, is it possible for a movie to make a court case entertaining for kids? I've enjoyed that movie since I was in elementary school.
Hell yeah, B-Movie.
Oh yeah.
I will say this.
I don't get this sick B movie thing. It is
either.
like a literal cult following. Those who like it are just like B movie.
No, I will say this. I am far more fascinated by the hate of it now and the terrible memes and stuff like that. But that kind of makes me love it even more. Like I
don't hate it. I don't
simplistic.
think
It's like
about
it started these terrible memes, and I kind of love that. So I don't know. I haven't done enough research on it yet, but I really want to.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Any of you guys watched the Batman Long Halloween Parts 1 and 2? Surprisingly good, in my opinion. Not yet. I just
No,
added
I
them to my
should,
HBO
yeah.
Max list.
But I read the comics.
I read
I
the
love the comics.
comics.
The comics
yeah,
are
I should check it
amazing.
out.
Yeah.
The only thing, the art style looks like the typical, like DC animated movie style, and that's not the style in the comic. The comic
Yeah.
is so different and like just so otherworldly the way it's drawn. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I was like, I don't need to see it.
Right,
'Cause I love that style so much.
DC is really pushing right now this like homogenous style for their animated movies, which I think is a mistake. Why would you ever do the long Halloween like that?
Yeah, it's animation. Like, you can do whatever you want. Why not replicate that style? Imagine if they did like the Arkham Asylum comic like that. I mean, it's like the artwork is half of that story, and they just did in that typical style, which is fine, but it's like that's half the story in that. So
They're giving us animated candy corn for Halloween.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, do you think that Della Duck, the mother from DuckTales, should be in more stuff? I do. She totally deserves it.
Yeah, sure. I wouldn't mind seeing how they do like those not reanimated, but the newer Mickey Mouse cartoons where they have the more simple designs. Like, it'd be fun to see what they do, like something with that, like her as a pilot and crashing into stuff or something. I don't know. I guess it's kind of like Launchpad, but I don't know. Figure out something.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen the trailer for the Peacemaker show? And if so, thoughts?
Yeah, it looks fun. Looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so into Doom Patrol right now that it's like, okay, it doesn't look that different, but it's cool that John Cena's in it. But I don't know. I thought the same thing about Doom Patrol. It turned out fantastic, so we'll see.
Spotlight TQ, thank you for the 50 bits. Since you are doing your yearly commercial special next week, it's not next week. I have one I recommended last year, but I was out of time. Could you please do the, hey, where's the cream filling, hostess commercials?
I forgot.
That always sounded so dirty out of
No, I know. Yeah. I did forget about those.
It gets even worse when you bring ho-hos into it.
Wow.
Twinkies too, when you think about it.
And ding-dongs.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Now we have to do these. Okay, I'll write that down for... I can't do it this year, but maybe the following year, because yeah, it was some pretty good jokes.
Game King, thank you for the 5-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Hello, one and all. Good to see you again. What is everyone's hope for the Eternals?
Just that it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. Because right now, a lot of people are saying it ain't, so that's my hope.
Yeah.
Do you know, is it that it's like bad, or is it just boring? Because I'm going to see it after...
Boring is a word I've heard a lot.
Oh.
The wildest review was like, and it was a major like critic at a major newspaper. It's just like Marvel is officially scraping the bottom of the barrel. I was like, wow, how they turned.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug and Rob, you've mentioned that some of your upcoming reviews are a commercial special, Birds of Prey and Lemony Snicket. Do you have any idea when those reviews are coming out?
Well, we know when the commercial special's coming out next week.
No,
3 weeks.
Actually 3 weeks. Yeah. The whatchamacallit, Lemony Snicket, I think.
We haven't written the other two yet, so.
Yeah, it's not this coming week. It's the week after that, and that's the commercial special. Birds of Prey is going to be sometime next year. That'll probably be the next Freak Show Cinema after the Christmas specials. And yeah, there you go.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Rob. I remember Doug's list, but what are some of your favorite episodes of Batman the Animated Series?
Oh, man. Jesus. The Mad Hatter one was really good, where he has this other like fantasy life where everything's like going well. It's like his brain doesn't want to accept it. I do like the Grey Ghost because it did have Adam West in it. Jesus, what are some of the other ones? The Mr. Freeze episode is really good. The Clayface episode is really good. Anything with Daggett in it is really good because I think he's the scariest like fucking villain in the whole thing because like he's real. Like he's just a nasty businessman. Almost Got Him. Almost Got Him is great.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Planning on reacting to those really stupid mobile game ads that have been plaguing the internet for commercials video this year?
I think I missed those. I'm sorry.
You don't have any of those like stupid where it's like The girl needs your help. Like, wash the dirt off her and get her hair done. Maybe it's just because I'm a lady. I don't know.
I've got some like Candy Crush style crap game occasionally promoted, but I don't get a bunch. A lot of what I get, it's either local stuff, Governor Pritzker patting himself on the back for something, or that fucking liberty.
No, that's a good way of putting it. They're always like, "Good job, me."
Oh my god, his commercials, and they're always like 15 seconds long, and I'm like, fuck off.
And they're always like, "Oh, you just caught me in the middle of walking to the office."
And this is not a political statement effort. This is not a political statement about our governor. Any one way or the other. It could be any governor doing this, and I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 50 bits. I got everything booked for C2E2 today. Can't wait to see you all. Yay! I'm so excited.
And also not this weekend, but the following weekend, we're going to be at Grand Rapids Comic-Con. So see you guys there.
Yeah. Aiden Klein, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey guys, is TMNT meant for older kids, or would it be okay for dark toons? Because there's an episode called Same as It Never Was, where everyone dies except for Donatello and April.
Boy, I don't remember that.
Is
that like, is this the
maybe the newer one?
Yeah.
Man, I would have remembered that as a kid. Jesus.
Yeah, I think that's for older kids, but I don't know. I haven't seen enough of that show. I've only seen the original, so even then, it's probably not the best for me to talk about because I don't know a ton about the show.
Frameiser, thank you for the 50 bits. Interesting choice for a review this week. Am I the only one that thinks a kids' film by the Weinstein's company sounds more disturbing now?
Right?
It was a little disturbing even back then, just because they apparently
when you look at the finale, it's even more disturbing.
Somebody did say, like, it said this was for little kids. I took my daughter to see it. She was crying like mad by the end, so I wanted a refund.
Fucking axe murder about ready to happen.
Energy Czar, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, why don't you like New York City or Los Angeles?
I mean, well...
yeah, Rob.
All right, well, I mean, number one, okay, New York, their pizza sucks. That's just
shots fired.
That's just scientific fact. It's backed up by science. Google it.
It's by a Chicago scientist, but still.
Yeah, University of Chicago came out and scientifically proved that. I've been to New York like 3 times. It's got a weird fishy urine smell everywhere. Everybody just kind of like bumps into you and is really obnoxious. And you know, I'll say this. I didn't get around to the other boroughs that much. A lot of my experience is Manhattan, which I've talked to some New Yorkers and they're just like, well, fuck Manhattan. So maybe that's the issue. That and like LA, they're just very full of themselves. Like, well, we're all that matters. And then LA, like Dante Bosco put it best. He's like, because we were taking him around Chicago and he was like kind of amazed by it. And we're like, well, you're from LA. It's a big city. He's like, yeah, except LA is not a city. It's more like an area. And it's like people don't live there. It's kind of like transient. Like you're just there for a little while to either get rich and famous or you fail and go back somewhere else. So I don't know. Like, and it's a smog infested hellhole. But apart from that, they're great. I don't have any problem. Like really, honestly, like New Yorkers, people from LA, they're all fine. Now people from Boston, they can go drown in the sea.
All right, Dillbob, thank you for the 50 bits with a very important and kind of groundbreaking question.
Hell, by the way.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffle soup.
Oh, pancakes.
I like pancakes.
But it has to be like perfect, fluffy, thick pancake. It can't just be the stuff that's like, you know, super thin. I'm a pancake snout.
No, it's McDonald's pancake
weird.
Shit.
Yeah, no, it has to be like that thick at least, man. Yeah, clip that.
By the way, really quickly in chat, I love the as a New Yorker, I am shocked, but I agree.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen Squid Game yet? And if so, what do you think?
No, and it's going to be a while, man. I got so much to do. It's going to be a minute before I watch it. It
doesn't interest me. I've seen too many anime where it's like, I just feel like I've kind of seen it without having seen it yet.
I'm still on episode 7 because I hadn't had a chance to watch it yet.
Hey, it's a good distance, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you selected the ads for your commercial special? And if so, do they include the Puppy Monkey Baby and the PS3 Baby?
I always have them on the list, but every time I watch it, I'm like, well, what can I do? Just be like, what? What is that? What? Like, I feel like if I respond to them that way, I'm giving them exactly what they want because that's what they were supposed to be. I can't think of anything new to react to it with that. I feel like I've seen so many ads like that already. I can't think of like a new reaction. So I don't know. It doesn't mean I'll never do them. I know they're going to keep showing up, but yeah, I just don't know what to do with them that would be different from my reactions to every other ad like that I've done. You know what I mean?
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, this may be an unpopular opinion, but the suit in The Amazing Spider-Man 2012 is my favorite Spider-Man costume. I just love the yellow eyes. Why do a lot of people, including you, hate it? I just don't get it! In all caps.
The 2012 one?
Yeah.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, The Amazing Spider-Man.
I thought that suit was fine. I don't get the hate.
Really? See, I thought it was. Yeah, the reflective eyes and the where the blue like kind of goes over the hands and stuff. I don't know. I thought it was very forgettable. I thought it didn't really look that much. Now in Amazing Spider-Man 2, I thought that looked great. I thought that was a great costume.
I mean, I like them both. Maybe I like Amazing Spider-Man 2's costume more because somebody's got to clip that and say I like Amazing Spider-Man 2 more.
But yeah, I don't know. It just looked very bleh. It didn't look very defined. It didn't look finished. It looked like an unfinished costume.
That's what I like. That's what I liked
but...
about it. It looked like he could have really made that thing. Unlike, and as much as I love the Raimi film, where it's just like, oh, I have this design. Poof, I made it. We didn't show you that because no fucking way did that thing ever get constructed by a teenager.
Your Average Joe, thank you for the 50 bits. Good evening, all. I was wondering if anyone's seen Last Night in Soho yet and wanted to hear your thoughts. By the way, thanks for the Smash Night. Had a blast and one of my craziest matches ever.
Nice. No, I haven't.
Not yet.
That might be another one that takes a bit. Yeah, because I'm hearing mixed things. Like it's good, but it's not great. So I don't know. I might rent it. I'll definitely see it because I love that guy's movies. But yeah, it might be a bit.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you watch any horror films for Halloween? I rewatched both It films. The 2017 film is still my favorite horror film of all time. The second one is a massive disappointment.
I mean, kinda. Would you call that a horror film, Rob? What we watched?
Say that again? Sorry. That cut out. What do you...
would you say what we watched on Halloween night was a horror film? We watched Bride of Boogity.
That was it. I was like, we were doing a lot of drinking. Okay, I was like, what did we watch?
Yeah. And we had a blast.
Oh yeah, Bride of Boogity. God, it is too long, and I am gonna say it. I do think Bride of Boogity jumped the shark a little bit, and is not as good as Mr. Boogity.
But it was still pretty entertaining.
Terrence Truth, thank you for the 95 bits. Are you ever going to do a comparison of the It original version and the remakes?
I was going to say no, but those always get a ton of views, so maybe. We'll see.
Ka-ching.
Yeah.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Rob, I hope that link to that reconstruction of the Golden Compass ending went through. From what you saw of it, do you think it might have improved the movie if it was kept? That movie had an insane production. They swapped the second and third acts in post to get more action scenes into the movie.
Improved, yes, at least for me. I don't think it would have made the movie good. There's a lot of trying in that movie, but for the few things I kind of like, it just something was not clicking with that film. But I do think it would not have made it a great movie for me. But I'm just like, well, at least they would have had the balls to So I do think it would have improved it. Would have saved it? That I'm not sure.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Just saw the Danny Elfman live show of Nightmare Before Christmas, and man, was it awesome seeing Pee Wee Herman, Weird Al, and Elfman on stage at the same time. Blew my 90s mind. Highly recommend if you get a chance.
That was like 3 national treasures lined up in a row. It was great.
Well, it was funny because I saw that, and then I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it be funny if they had Weird Al sing Sally's song? Like, that'd be kind of funny. And then Billie Eilish comes out. I'm like, all right, that makes a little bit more sense.
No, I like the three of them together. I like the fact that Elfman's got his like old style Boingo hair back, like from the later Boingo years. I'm like, this is awesome.
Good for him. I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, was I right? Was Eternals meh?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna see it after the stream.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, any attempt to get Rob to watch Infinity Train?
Oh, I mean, again, we're all catching up on stuff, but you should, Rob. You'd really like it. It's a cool setup. It's got some great ideas. It's got some good character stuff. I haven't seen.
Somebody suggested it, and I will not bow to peer pressure.
Well, I'm telling you, not suggesting, telling.
Yes, master.
It's good, but I have not seen the fourth season. I started it. I wasn't getting into it, but maybe I should finish it. But the other three are pretty good.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. The Godfather or Godfather 2?
Oh, two.
Yeah, and I really like the first one. But
yeah, I mean, the first one's great. Like, but this is like Star Wars or Empire Strikes Back. I'm like, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Flutter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Rob, many, if not all of us, have seen Doug's videos of movies he hates, but everyone else loves and movies he... What? But everyone else loves and movies he likes, but everyone else hates. I think the commas here are throwing me off. There's like lots of commas.
No, I think I know what this person's talking about because it's something we do at conventions.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves, but everyone else
hates.
Yes.
And I hate and everyone else loves.
Gotcha. There's just so many commas. I'm so sorry.
It is. It makes sense.
So I have to wonder, when are we going to hear or see your selections on those topics?
Well, if you come to C2E2, we do have a panel.
Yeah, I normally say it at the panel. I trying to think a couple off the top of my head. David Lynch's Dune. I love that. Batman Returns, I still like it better than Batman. Mars Attacks, that's another one I really, really love. I don't know, I'd have to sit down and think of it, but there's three right there.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, maybe next Nostalgiaween or later, would you do an NC for Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit?
Good movie.
Yeah, I don't know how much I could get out of it, because I remember thinking it was okay, but not, like, fantastic either. I don't really have a passion to talk about it, so probably not.
The problem with that, guys, the problem, and it's a good thing, is, like, even if it's just okay, it's so fucking charming that I'm like, I'm not going to say anything bad about it.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug and Rob, you mentioned in the review that the movie was dubbed over and re-edited by the Weinsteins. A similar fate was what happened to another movie I know you've gotten a ton of requests to do. Dougal! It was originally a British-French movie that got totally changed by Harvey Scissorhands.
All right, well, maybe we should just to we can make this like a sequel to our Leap.
Yeah.
If we get three, we can make it a trilogy.
There you go.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What's a movie where the henchman was more compelling than the actual main villain?
Oh,
Batman. I mean, you can't have that movie without Bob.
Fucking love Bob.
Fucking Bob.
I can't say he's better than the Joker, but I would.
No, hands down.
But
he's better.
I would buy his action figure over the Joker's action figure.
Bob, man. You don't take Bob's name in vain.
That action figure is always the only one left at the toy store, and I should have fucking bought it, man, at whatever. I don't even think I had the money to buy it, but I'm like, it's Bob!
Steelbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. How would you rank the X-Men franchise?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, First Class is the best out of anything X-Men.
Days of Future Past, Logan. I mean,
I go Logan over Days of Future Past.
And the rest, I don't know.
It's a hard fight for bottom between X-Men 3, Apocalypse, and Dark Phoenix. That's a rough one. It's like, man, which of those is worse?
Jock's Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. Hello, lady and gentlemen. I know it's a bit late to ask this, but what's your pumpkin insert name here food?
Pumpkin insert name here. Oh, butter. I got you.
I love pumpkin butter. Like, I get it every fall, and you put it on toast. You can put it on anything. It's amazing.
I guess. I mean,
pumpkin pie.
I know I sound like the ultimate white woman, whatever. But
if you say a pumpkin spice latte,
love it.
It's great.
What the hell is the matter with you?
Nothing, Rob. He has taste.
when it's
Why-
super
you are
cold
the
out, it's
whitest
so
thing
good.
to walk the earth.
Look
You
at
realize
me,
that.
Casper.
I was gonna say, do you not know that, Rob? Have you looked at your brother recently?
Oh my god. Just when I think you can't get any more Wonder Bread.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. One of the Hell of a Boss episodes you've... Sorry, of the Hell of a Boss episodes you've seen, what has been your favorite?
I think the one where they go into... I'm trying to remember the plot. Like, they go into the woods, and it's something about, like, this family or these kids or this teacher, and they look like they're okay, but they're actually kind of psychopaths. And, like, I think the psychopaths were going after them, but then the kids were more psychotic. Like, something like that. It's been a while since I've seen it. I just remember, like, the imagery in the woods and, like, the quote-unquote bad guys being chased down by their prey, which is pretty funny. So, yeah, I that's the one that's coming to my head.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Is it a bad sign that Morbius is coming out in January, or as most people call it, the dumping ground of the year of dumping ground of the year for cinema? There it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that's proof that it's gonna suck, but that's not a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you thought Jared Leto was not enough of a red flag,
What was Ayana saying the other night where she was like, he's covered on all this makeup and CG, so we don't have to let him act.
we
Why
are
didn't
we
you get
still
someone
doing
else?
that?
If he's gonna be covered up in makeup and CG, you
Yeah.
didn't need Jared Leto. You could have gotten anybody.
You could have gotten Chris Pratt. No.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Jared Leto, he really is like a black hole of charisma. It's just like, whoosh, and all
Truly.
the charisma just disappears into an event horizon.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Well, they just announced a Donkey Kong movie before the Mario movie has even seen the light of day. Doug, Rob, help, please. It's the Dark Universe all over again.
Somebody call Chris Pratt. We got another role.
Did they though? I didn't see an official announcement for a Donkey Kong movie.
I didn't.
Cool. What? Sorry.
Oh, I was done.
Oh, okay. Vera, thank you for the 26-month subscription. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Of the movies that get a ton of hate from fans, which deserves the hate the least? Wonder Woman 84, Birds of Prey, or Last Jedi?
The least?
In my opinion, Last Jedi.
I
think the
love
stuff
Last
that's good in
Jedi.
that is
Last
way
Jedi.
too
I
good.
thought it was Rise of Skywalker. Oh, Last Jedi. Yeah,
Yeah,
if
I
it was
get those
Rise of
two confused,
Skywalker.
too. And those are really bad movies to get confused. You don't wanna
I don't
confuse those two.
know why. It was Star Wars. You know what? Because it has the word "last" in the title. I thought
Yeah.
it should have been the last
Exactly.
one.
You
That's
think it's the
why.
last one.
But yeah,
Um,
Last Jedi easily.
No, and I have problems like a lot of people, but the stuff that's good is way too good. That's the first Star Wars movie I saw where I had like butterflies in my stomach, like what's gonna happen? And I'm like, anything that gets that going is doing something right.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Did you guys see Villainous? The show officially released in Mexico and may or may not be getting a dub. I am not familiar with it.
There's like, is this an animated show? Is this a villainous show? In 2000. Okay, it's a show in 2016. No, I've never seen this. It looks a little bit like that, like Hell of a Boss and all that stuff. It kind of looks like fun. All right, try to check it out.
I know it, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Apparently, Illumination and Nintendo are already working on a Donkey Kong movie. Man, I guess this is just a piece of news I missed.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I would love to see Will Smith as Funky Kong.
Oh, fuck. That works way too well. So
Opposite of Seth Rogen.
Yeah, so of course they're not going to do it. Oh my god. I can totally see that. Just hop in the barrel, man. Barrel's right there.
Dragon's Toy, thank you for the 69 bits. I was requested to tell you guys this story. Because of Bakshi's American Pop, husband was convinced the original Night Moves by Bob Seger was on piano, not guitar. Similar to how we can't hear the benefit for Mr. Kite without Eddie Izzard's version popping in. Thanks across the universe.
Eddie Izzard version, superior version. Just throwing that out there. You're welcome. Hot take of the week.
I will say that's the first time I heard Hot Moves as well. And when I finally heard the original, I was like, wait, that's the same singer, but it's a different instrument. So like that was a little strange to hear. They both sound great.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Did you see Learning with Pippi?
Learning with Pippi?
Learning with
Pippi
Pippi.
Longstocking?
I don't know. It's just Pippi. P-I-P-P-Y. Learning with Pippi.
Oh, Pippy?
That's the way they spelled it.
Okay, let's see.
P-I-P-P-Y. Learning with Pippi.
No, this looks like a variation of that Villainous show. Learning with Pippi. I'll try to look into it, I guess.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug and Rob, I recently watched your Disney Semper of Howl's Moving Castle. Do you ever think you'd do a full video expanding your thoughts? You mentioned how it seems to go off the rails halfway through. Did you know it's based on a Welsh book that is extremely faithful to until exactly halfway through when it basically goes in a totally new direction?
Yeah, both those things I knew. I don't think we're ever going to because Japan, they will cut your head off with a samurai sword.
If you do any copyright claim stuff, yeah. Even though we should be allowed to, they jump on it, man. So yeah, probably not. But I don't hate it. I think it's just a little too crowded. Like one of those ideas would have been enough. Like again, Kiki, it's like just a witch flying and delivering stuff. That's all you needed. That was perfect. I thought it was trying to do too much. That's just my hot take.
Jock's Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. This Halloween, I watched Paranorman for the first time. I still like Coraline a little more, but the former was still great. Which do you guys like more between the two?
I gotta go Paranorman, strangely enough.
Coraline,
I love Coraline. Like,
you know what it is?
I
would
love
say
Coraline too. It's not knocking Coraline.
Paranorman has the better story. Coraline has the better characters. So what do you do between those? It's really tough. So I do go with Paranorman because I do, especially that last third. I remember it just being like so like, man, just my heart with that. You know, where Coraline, I'm more invested throughout the whole thing because the characters are so interesting.
Their message in Paranorman, I also thought was like much more timely. So much so that makes the movie prescient. About really like how the bullied become the bullies themselves in the end. Like that whole ending, I'm like, God, I just want to just throw that up on Twitter every day.
Alan, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Heather, Doug, and Rob, how are y'all doing? Doug, are you seeing Eternals tonight for a review? And Rob, can we expect a Q&A with you, Walter, and Dante about the Hook fanscription like you did for the Batman one?
Ooh. I'm just going to take a wild guess and say Dante is busy.
I like it.
He just directed a movie, man. Where the hell did he say it was going to come out? I think it was sometime in December or January, but yeah, I mean, he just got done directing a movie and he's like promoting it.
It was amazing.
So, I mean, we're happy he even had time to like film that for us. Do that?
No, because like from when we asked to when we got it was a long time because that's how busy the dude is. So there is no way we're ever going to be able to schedule like a kind of podcast like that. Now, if it's just us, you'd have to ask Walter. I didn't write any of it, so I did some voice acting and some of the imagery. But yeah, that's all on him. So it was a good episode. You should watch it.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Just rode the Rise of the Resistance ride at California's Disneyland, and it's hands down the best technology in making you believe you're on a Star Destroyer. Highly recommend, despite the fact that you'll wait like 5 hours to be able to do it.
I've seen like
I've seen some
videos.
clips of it,
really cool.
And I'm like, this looks pretty awesome.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which dumbass movie villain is funnier? Shooter McGavin or Dark Helmet?
I gotta go Dark Helmet.
Yeah.
He just has more power.
Yeah,
so
and that's what makes
more
it funnier.
Things can fail.
The more power and the higher the incompetence, the funnier it is.
Yeah.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. What if Rob and Walter fixed or improvised these movies? There's a list. Hold on. Dungeons & Dragons, Street Fighters 1994, Battlefield Earth, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, The Wild Wild West, Waterworld, Double Dragon 8, Green Lantern 2011, Wonder Woman 1984, The Avengers 1998.
None of them are salvageable. Honestly, if there was one, like maybe, and I kind of like Wonder Woman 84 for how fucking insane that movie is, but maybe Wonder Woman 84 would be something I would look at. It's like, all right, well, if we were gonna go a different direction, instead of wishing stones, like what would we do?
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug, you've asked before where you could find the audio commentary for Lemony Snicket, where the book's author and character watched the film with the director and kept on making passive-aggressive comments. On the DVD, it's a hidden Easter egg. On the Blu-ray, it's right in the bonus features.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think if I found that before, because I did hear a commentary, but I don't remember it being with the author. So, yeah, I'll have to search that out.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. What's a scene from any film that lives rent-free in your head?
The
pencil scene from Dark Knight just burned itself into my brain the minute that I saw it.
That was really good.
I'm like trying to think now. It's like as soon as you said that, my mind just went blank with movie scenes. I can't think of one right now.
A couple of Mean Girl ones live in my head rent-free as well. She doesn't even go here.
Dropping the ferret in the bathtub in The Big Lebowski. Like, I'll just always remember that reaction. And also him trying to flick the joint out and then landing back in his lap in the car, and he's trying to pour the beer, like, to throw it out. Like, I don't know. Anything in The Big Lebowski, basically.
Right now I can't think of movies. I will say, because, again, I'm thinking about what I watched the most when I was younger. It's like, maybe like Tom and Jerry cartoons, like the timing and the motion and the expressions just were so funny, and I did watch them a lot. Like, I do remember them a lot.
The ceiling. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
but it's that screaming does that, oh, whoa, whoa, and it gets cut off mid. You hear this thunk, see bits of the ceiling fall, and then you see him in the ceiling, and it's like this echoey just. It's
like the funniest yell ever. It's so funny.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. The reason why I've been asking questions about Snicket recently is that I recently heard that audio commentary. Typical example of what it's like. The director says the Cedric the Entertainer's character added an urban flair, and then the author keeps dunking on the guy by passive-aggressively asking him what he means by urban.
So wait, are they doing a commentary on the commentary? Is that what they're doing?
I think it's together is what they're saying. They're doing it, the director and the author together.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds uncomfortable. I really want to watch it now. Holy smokes.
Matt Hanna, thank you for the 50 bits. I've done it! I finally started the Disney afternoon marathon that I wanted to do! Woohoo!
Nice. Well, good luck. You have plenty to watch.
Godzilla fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Between Major Payne and Blank Man, which Damon Wayans movie do you pick?
Major Payne.
I like them both.
Yeah, I mean, Blank Man's like, I'm not saying they're both masterpieces that I think we can put alongside such things as, you know, Citizen Kane and The Godfather and the like. But if I had to choose between the two, I would go Major Payne.
I think I remember, I remember Major Payne more. I remember the jokes more. So I guess I'll go with that. But I legit like both movies.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What's a movie with a ham-fisted message that makes you go, oh, piss off? For me, it's Signs.
That's pretty good.
I mean, speaking of Wonder Woman 84.
I guess the one that just popped in my head, if I'm in the room with Brad, we never shut up about the remake of Black Christmas that came out a couple years ago. That was just
I still haven't seen that.
So absurd. You'll probably see it this Christmas because I think
Gem. Fucking Gem. That fucking piece of shit movie.
Oh, yeah, Deck the Halls. That was
Deck the Halls. That's another good one. Yeah. Like, we're like both Gem and Deck the Halls. At the time I got to the end, I'm like, go fuck yourself. As if any of this movie justified that message.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Just to let you know, Mystery Incorporated is probably Scooby-Doo at its darkest, like Zombie Island, but more intricate plot.
Okay. I'm assuming it's a show. I doubt I'll have time to watch it, but it's good to know. Good to know they did a show like that.
Hey, I'm going to duck out for 1 second. I just forgot to get some water, so...
Yeah, go for it.
I'll be right back.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think you'll check out Ron's Gone Wrong? I don't know why I can never say that. For Disney December. I saw it and the emotional moments were really good, but everything else was just all right.
I saw it. I fucking loved it.
Did you really?
I had no expectations for the movie whatsoever. though there's one thing that kind of sucked, and that it looks like it's gonna wrap up, and then it has like another third act, like that kind of sucks. But even like what it amounts to is pretty good. It has this really good commentary on social media, like the pros and cons, and and like what organizations are doing now, like especially like with Zuckerberg in the news a lot, and it was really goddamn good. But even taking that out of it, like the characters are really likable, and the comedy is really great. Like it's one of those PG kids movies that kind of earns its PG rating. Like the robot will beat the shit out of like little kids and like kidnap people and stuff because he thinks he's doing it for like his friend, and it's like whoa. So I thought was great. I thought was really surprisingly good. Yes, and I am gonna do it for Disney December.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. If you ever have time, check out a movie called Santa versus the Snowman 3D. Yes, that's a thing.
Okay, yeah, I definitely heard of the ice cream bunny, but wow, there's a lot of Santa versus movies. Oh my god, I just typed in Santa versus and there's like 20 different movies. Ooh, it was an IMAX movie too. Okay, maybe I'll. Oh, this was on IMAX. Jesus. I will try to check it out.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, one of my favorite things about Amphibia is its themes and messages are more than what they are on the surface. Whether it's foreshadowing, world building, an Easter egg to other Disney properties, multiverse, please get to it next after Tangled.
I'm trying to think what I'm doing next after Tangled. I'll either do Rebels or maybe that. Honestly, the other thing too, I gotta look at how many episodes there are too to factor that in. But yeah, I'll get to it. I'm curious to check it out.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Great news! Mitchell's vs. the Machines is getting a Blu-ray release. It comes out in December.
Surprised
Sweet.
it didn't already. Oh, you know what? That's what Ron's Gone Wrong reminds me of it, and some people are gonna say blasphemy. It reminds me of a smarter version of Mitchell's versus the Machines, and I like that movie. But I thought this commentary was a lot smarter and a lot more clever and a lot funnier. So yeah, I know it's fighting words, but it's surprisingly really really good.
LePew, thank you for the 50 bits. Dear Santa Christ, have the folks at Channel Awesome been nice or naughty?
Let's see. Tamara, good. Malcolm, good. Jim, good. Walter, close enough. Doug, naughty.
Hey, no, joke's on you. I already got a second chances, and I eBayed it from you.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 150 bits. Hello, you beautifully amazing, talented trio. How are y'all doing tonight? So, Rob, how's the anime now and then, here and there going?
I'm only past episode 1. So that's it was funny because like I saw a clip from episode 2 before I purchased it. And I started episode 1, I'm just like, holy crap, I got the wrong anime because it was set like in a normal present day, and I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, I'll have more updates like probably when I get like to episode 3 or 4. So stay tuned, I guess.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I'm hesitant to ask what your next Twitch game is. I said I wouldn't ask for a certain zombie game, but I know you have other great games in mind. I don't want to pester you. I just can't wait. Seeing you play games is new and exciting.
Oh, thank you. I did choose a game. I don't know if we're saying it yet. I don't know if we're keeping
What
it
is
as a
it?
surprise. Oh, well,
I mean-
it's hey. I mean, does it matter if we say
I don't
it?
think it does, because, yeah,
Okay.
you're playing it tomorrow, right?
Yeah, because I
Oh,
really
well,
always wanted to play it. I really wanted to play Little Nightmares, because that looks like a game that's really up my alley. People that like dark tunes and know that I'm into all that weird ass shit. Like, this just looks like something I would enjoy the hell out of. So I think that's going to be like the palate cleanser. Because the Walking Dead one, I'm sure I'll get to another time, but it's like, this is one I really have a passion to want to play, and I think looks like a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. So stay tuned to that tomorrow.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on Leslie Nielsen? Do you consider him one of the comedy greats?
It's pretty damn good. You know what's
yeah.
weird?
His secret is that, and you know what his secret is for the most part? He's so deadpan.
Well, and
Like
part of that,
sometimes he's goofy, but like his funniest stuff to me is always just when he's like deadpan.
and you know, a hot take. I like him more as a dramatic actor. I really love his comedy, but his drama is like really damn good. And something as silly as like Creep Show. It's like he's just supposed to be like the mad villain, and having
Forbidden
this guy bury
Planet,
himself.
baby.
He's like terrifying, yeah, and he's
Classic.
really good in Forbidden Planet. So I love him in comedies. I adore him in drama. So yeah, he really was one of
I
those
think that might be
multi-talented.
why he does comedy well, though. Like he has that, particularly
The
when it comes
real
to drama, like
reaction.
there's a stiffness to him that when you apply that to comedy, it's like even funnier.
Although one last thing, there's people I've used him badly in comedy. They're like, oh, I know what makes Leslie Nielsen funny. Have him go whoa or a goofy face. It's like that's not what makes him funny.
What was Spy Hard? Yeah,
Yeah,
like
or Dracula
like
Den, Loving and stuff. People that have used him in drama, they always used him right. I can't remember any time where he gave a dramatic performance that was bad. So I think that's why I like him more in drama.
Jockscab, thank you for the 50 bits. Name a comedy that everyone loves, but can't get so much as a chuckle out of you. Mine is Napoleon Dynamite.
I guess Angry Birds. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I liked it. I thought it was okay, whatever." And we were just
really
like,
didn't like
"Whoa,
Angry Birds.
yeah, we really didn't like it."
It's not that I didn't get a single chuckle, but I don't really like Scott Pilgrim versus the World that much.
Oh, another one, Waterboy. Everybody loves that movie, and I like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Adam Sandler comedies I like, and that one we were just like, man, what, 2 laughs in the movie? Like we just got almost nothing.
Yeah, that Little Nicky, I don't know if Little Nicky.
And nobody liked Little Nicky. Yeah.
But yeah, Waterboy was one where I'm like, I don't get it. I wasn't laughing.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think you'll review the film Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny?
I saw
I
it.
like that movie.
I was bored by it. I was really, really bored because I
thought
love
it was all right.
their music.
It's not gonna win
I
the
love
awards,
it.
but
I thought the movie was surprisingly dull.
And Tari, thank you for the 110 bits. Is your commercials video next week?
No.
yes.
No, it's in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it is in November, so don't worry.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug and Rob, since you like I don't know how to say this, Branagh's Hamlet, have you ever seen Ian McKellen's correct. Have you ever seen Ian McKellen's Richard III? It sets the play in an alternate history version of Britain where Richard's family is the head of a fascist army. Not only does it look great and is well acted, but it's fascinatingly dark take on the material. Also, Robert Downey Jr. does a British accent in it.
I forgot
Ian
about
McKellen
that until
as a
you brought
Nazi.
it up.
Haven't been so fascinated since Apt Pupil.
I totally forgot about that until you brought it up.
I have not seen it.
I'll try to check it out. Yeah.
We need to oh my god, Heather. Yeah, pick up the pace just a little bit. We're an hour behind.
Gotcha.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm very concerned about this new Garfield movie, it being directed by the guy who directed the worst Disney movie of all time, Chicken Little, and being written by the guy who wrote Finding Nemo, one of the best Pixar films.
Didn't the guy also direct like something else that was good though? I don't know. I don't always want to hold.
Okay.
Like the guy who directed the Gem movie has directed like a lot of great movies afterwards. But the guy that did Death Note did Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong. So it's I'm not gonna hold that against him.
I want to say this really quickly because I see a lot of this like, oh my God, Chris Pratt, he's ruining my childhood by being in my Garfield movie, my Mario movie. If you're not a fan of Chris Pratt, doesn't it make sense then that he's in movies that, at least to me, look kind of garbagey? Do we really think these are going to be great movies? We were complaining about them before Chris Pratt ever got cast in either of them. So, I mean, maybe it's perfect casting. I don't know.
Matt Hanna, thank you for the 50 bits. So how I'm doing it is, I will watch one episode of Gummy Bears on Monday, DuckTales on Tuesday, Chip and Dale on Wednesday, Tailspin on Thursday, Darkwing Duck on Friday, and when a show ends, I'll get to Goof Troop.
Wait. Why don't you do like Disney Afternoon and just watch 4 of those a day?
Like a man!
That's what we did, man children.
Yes.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. I don't know Rob's anime library, but has he ever seen That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime?
Yeah, that was pretty funny, actually. No, I've seen that one.
Matt Hanna, thank you for the 50 bits. Jeez, Chris Pratt and Dwayne Johnson are getting used a lot these days. Has anyone noticed?
No.
Define used.
I'm surprised how quiet Twitter's been about it, actually.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Rob, on special occasions like Valentine's Day and anniversaries and such, do you and the missus do anything special? Anything romantic?
So her favorite thing that I make is spaghetti carbonara. So on Valentine's Day, I basically cook that for her, and then we've got like little Italian breadsticks with Nutella, and there's normally like wine and a dessert or something. So anniversary, that one we make up as we go. We kind of maybe a week before decide like where do we want to go. We normally do a restaurant or something.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, did you know that Jim Gaffigan is in the Playmobil movie? Possible review in the future, perhaps?
That and the Bobbleheads movie, I think I have on the list. We'll just see when I get to it.
Fucking bobbleheads.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Buzz Lightyear movie trailer dropped. Thoughts?
Wow, that was a couple weeks ago, wasn't it?
Unimpressed.
Yeah, could still be good, but it didn't do anything for me.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Can you do a review of Nacho Libre?
I never saw it. I didn't get into Napoleon Dynamite that much, so I don't know. I have no real passion to see it.
Retro Station, thank you for the 300 bits. Rob and Doug, question: would you consider reviewing the 70s flick Chomps? Benji is a robotic crime dog. What? Benji is a robotic crime fighting dog, or the George Paul Doc Savage from 1980?
The Savage one I haven't heard. I've heard Chomps a few times, maybe from you or someone else on here. So I'll try to check that out. I haven't heard the other one. I'll try to look into it.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 50 bits. Oh, and Doug, have you seen Nocturnal Animals yet? If you did, your thoughts, and if you haven't, don't worry, I'll keep waiting.
Yeah, I still haven't. I'm sorry.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Can you give us a hint as to what the first show or film you're reviewing for Disney-cember is this year?
Oh, you mean for this year? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, for Disney-cember this year, they said.
I mean, it's like I'm editing them right now, so it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I edit them, I'll be like, oh, what seems like a good one to post now? I guess this. So I don't know yet.
Retro Station, thank you for the 200 bits. Winston Wolfe. Oh, maybe that's the George Paul Doc Savage 1980. Is it the end of the message? I don't know. It just says Winston Wolfe.
Oh, I will look into that as well.
Mumrar, thank you for the 50 bits. Why do you think people don't talk about the director of Return of the Jedi, Richard Marquand, like they do Kirshner? The theatrical cut was my fave as a kid, but the recut is the worst of the special editions. I also heard Lucas really directed. And
that's why they don't talk about him. You answered your own question.
Yeah.
Because it was ghost directed by Lucas. Not the whole thing, but apparently close to like 50% of it. Lucas just kept busting in. It was like, oh no, like this, oh no, less feeling, more Jar Jar.
Winston Wolfe, by the way, was the Harvey Keitel character from Pulp Fiction. Just
oh, okay, from an hour ago. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Thoughts on Squid Games? You mentioned it in your review, so you should have expected this question.
Did I? It wasn't
you
intentional.
No,
I
did. Saw it. No,
yeah.
Whatever review I saw last to preview, like there was a Squid Game joke in there.
Oh, at the very end. That's right.
Yep.
And what's so funny, I made that review months ago and I didn't know what the punchline was going to be. So I'm like, I'll just do whatever's popular at the time. And that's what's popular right now. So yeah, I still haven't seen it.
Taylor Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. It's been a while since you guys did a sibling rivalry. With the new Ghostbusters coming out and everything going on since the 2016 movie, can you guys do a sibling rivalry for Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Maybe. I have a screener for that. Yeah, I got a screening invite for that. So honestly, I think the one people probably want to see.
Well, then you're seeing it early, so
yeah. I think people want to know our thoughts, maybe combined with Dune. That might be interesting to do, because you're a big Dune fan.
Yeah,
and
I like the movie. That's not going to be an exciting review.
Yeah, true.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Hockey season is in full swing. Are either of you hockey fans?
No.
I love hockey.
I root for Chicago. That is the extent of my being a hockey fan. My wife's from Detroit, so apparently she just like bleeds hockey pucks or some shit.
Frey Miser, thank you for the 50 bits. Say something nice about the Disney remakes. I say you don't have the balls to do it. To say something nice.
They make money.
Cruella wasn't that bad.
Cinderella's not that bad. Jungle Book's good.
Oh
no, Cinderella's bad. Jungle Book's okay, and I honestly liked Pete's Dragon.
Yeah, Pete's Dragon's pretty good.
The rest are all just trash.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, have you seen Kaji? As a guy compared it to Squid Games. That's why I asked.
Just say that again.
Have you seen Kaji? Kaji.
I think like the first episode. So that one I have not seen all of, but I feel like whether it's like the MMORPG style anime or the Battle Royale style anime, I like with Squid Game, I feel like I've just seen that before in a lot of anime, so it doesn't surprise me.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. What did you guys think of the classic TMNT films? I enjoyed the first two quite a bit. The third one's pretty bad in my opinion.
First one's great, second one's all right, and the third one's really terrible.
Yeah, I have a soft spot for them. They're always movies. I can't say, yeah, these are objectively good. I can't say that, but I love them. I can't help it. I grew up with Ninja Turtles, and it was so mind-blowing.
I honestly think the
costumes.
first one, what they were told to do, is objectively good. The second one, that's a little more, but it's a guilty pleasure, and the third one is objectively bad.
Yeah.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you guys remember a movie called Rango? And if so, what? I'm assuming they wanted to ask, what do you think of it? Because it just says,
I put it down on the list because I remember everyone saying, this is the greatest animated, everyone should go see it. And then nobody talked about it. And I remember seeing it like, it's all right.
I know, I was like, this is okay.
Like, I like the style, but that was about it. The story was about as, bare bones meh as you could get. So I'm curious to check it out again because I feel like that one's probably going to become nostalgic now.
Spotlight, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug, you say you haven't seen Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, yet you used a clip from the show during Witch's Ghost review.
Oh, that clip was everywhere, man. I know what you're talking about. Are you cheating on me? Oh, come on. That's been around for years. So, yeah, I mean, it's good to know that's the show it's from.
Retro Station, thank you for the 100 bits. Everybody is waiting for Marvel to drop off. They live to burn happiness to the ground.
I mean, and I'll say this, it could still be good. It's getting bad reviews, but
I will say this, if you don't
disagree.
like Marvel, this is probably going to be a great week. If you do like Marvel, I don't know, like maybe, I know there's some stands already like defending it, like, or claiming that, or trying to upvote it on Rotten Tomatoes, or claiming it's a critic conspiracy, just like the DC fans did. So I think just all comic book fans need to just chill.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, have you seen High Spice Guardian? Because all I've heard is that it sucks.
No. Is that an anime? What is...
I don't know.
Sounds like fun.
High Spice Guardian. Sounds like Sailor Moon meets Dune.
By the power of spice!
No, looking at it, I can say I absolutely have not.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Sorry, I missed what you said about when Birds of Prey and Lemony Snicket reviews were planned. My connection died.
Lemony Snicket is after this coming week's review. Birds of Prey is probably going to be the first freak show cinema of next year.
Pattinsoa, thank you for the 100 bits. Who is the one comedian that you would call the best? To me, it's the master George Carlin. He was funny when he was forced to be clean, but when he was a truly comedic genius.
Oh, George Carlin was amazing.
I mean, God, it's just looking at the history of, I mean, does something like Buster Keaton count? Is that a thing? Are we talking about stand-up? Stand-up, I might say Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor was really good.
Yeah, I'll go
Pryor.
Pryor.
It's too wide of a net we're casting.
Adam Grunter, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, have you seen Birds of Prey yet, or are you going to wait until you guys do the review?
If we're reviewing it anyway, I'm just going to wait.
Yeah, might as well come over and see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Question for all three. Say you're all absolute experts at playing a particular musical instrument. What exactly is that particular musical instrument?
Piano.
Drums. I love drums. But I can't.
Because
play
I
them to
actually
save
do
my
play a
life.
little piano, so that's about the only thing I can come up with.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Who was your favorite Breaking Bad villain? For me, it's Jesse Plemons as Todd.
Oh, Gus. Oh my God.
Gus, yeah.
Gus, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I
Gus,
got the
too.
shirt. I literally have the shirt.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug and Rob. Have either of you watched the Netflix show Big Mouth? And if so, what are your thoughts? I really like it and love how it blends profoundly raunchy humor with genuine emotion and empathy.
Just wasn't my
Yes, but
thing.
it is very hit and miss. The misses are really painful and
Yeah.
they drag everything. But the hits, I stuck with it. The hits are really great, and I
How
do like
far
the
are
characters.
you like completely caught up?
I-
'Cause
I got
only-
all the-
I made
it
it through
does get
season
better.
1 and I just couldn't.
It does get better. If you got through season 1 and you still can't do it, I don't think it's gonna get that much better. But
Some of
yeah.
it too is I just don't like the voice acting. Like
Actually, I
the
shouldn't say that.
character
Season
design and the
2,
voice acting put together rubs
I
me
take
the
it back
wrong
because
way.
I didn't like season 1 either. 2 and 3 do get legit better.
Jaxcab, thank you
Yeah.
for Jaxcab, thank you for the 50 bits. Have any of you ever seen the infamous Toy Story Black Friday reel? It features Woody as a raging asshole and very nearly got the film canceled when it was shown.
No, I'll look that up.
Yeah.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, you're gonna laugh. Paw Patrol is getting a sequel film where the pups are superheroes.
Yes.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. What character do you think Chris Pratt will voice next? You. He's coming for all of you.
Oh, I can't think of one
I
funnier than
I
that.
think he's
That's
gonna
great.
like voice himself, probably in some animated Marvel thing, and they're gonna be like, we've just cast Chris Pratt as Chris Pratt.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you ever thought about doing a freak show cinema for the Sonnenfeld Addams Family movies or the 5,000 Fingers of Dr. T.A. 50s musical with insane sets and matte paintings written and produced, production designed by Dr. Seuss? It's like if Dr. Seuss directed Metropolis.
That
I have
movie's
seen that.
nuts. Yeah,
It's
that movie's
weird.
fucking bad
Yeah.
shit.
I'd like to do some on the Addams Family. I don't know what yet, but at some point I'll get around to that.
Kevin Lane, oh, I think they just didn't know that we get behind. They're asking once again for Rob to fix that giant list of movies.
Oh.
WWE, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen Escape the Undertaker? And would you both house hippo commercials for commercials this year?
Oh, I did it already. Yeah, it's in one of the specials. And no, I haven't seen the Undertaker one. I'm not a big wrestling guy, so I'm not the person to ask.
Bonnie, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I've been a huge fan of yours for years. Even though people say your review of The Wall is your worst one, I'd love to thank you for introducing me to Pink Floyd through the review. The Wall is the film that helped me discover who I want to be and what I want to do with my art and cartoons. It has become one of my bigger artistic inspirations of all time, and I'd like to thank you so much for that controversial review then.
Thank you. No,
Hey,
it's
whatever
funny.
works.
No, it's funny because whenever someone will like bring an album like of The Wall to sign, I always play. No, really, I like it because I do really like the movie, and I feel bad I couldn't get that across because I was trying to be too
I
abstract
feel
with it.
like we've done plenty of other shitty reviews, you know? Why does that one have to be the worst? Like, you
But-
could just throw them all up in a line.
It's the one that caught on, but yeah, no, and even the first week
People
were
need to
saying-
watch us more. We've done so
We've done
many
far
horrible
worse,
things.
far worse. No, and I did, especially that first week, I did see a lot of people say, like, I've never seen this movie. Now I want to, watching your review. And that was kind of the point, but, you know, whatever happens, happens. So, no, I'm glad there are some people that discovered it because it really is a good movie.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Will you do an old versus new video on the Dune movies?
Doug would have to watch the Lynch version again.
Yeah,
He
I was gonna
refuses
say.
to because he's a communist.
And I love David Lynch too, but I can't get into that movie.
Jockscap,
You're wrong.
Jockscap, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, have you played any of the Paper Mario games? The first 3 are great. We don't talk about the 4th, and I haven't played the other 2. I played Origami King here on Channel Awesome, and I actually had a lot of fun with it. That's where the Toad voice was born when I was playing
Oh, was
Origami
it?
King. Yes, yeah. But it was really fun. Flutter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey guys, have any of you had the McRib? This is a long one. And if so, thoughts. I've never had it, but have little interest in it, especially with its marketing as the most important sandwich of the year, which annoyed me last year, and I downright hate now that they've made a fucking campaign out of it to the point where I'm one ad away from battering the shit out of my TV with the remote. I can't possibly live up to this hype, can it?
No.
But does it
cannot
come with Szechuan sauce? That's the real question.
That's the real question.
No, it's terrible. I think it's awful. Brad really likes it. I guess people that like it really love it.
I liked it when I was a child.
Yeah.
And then I grew up, is what happened. I don't like it now.
A funny story about the McRib is I went vegetarian for a little while, and there was vegetarian ribs, and they tasted exactly like a McRib to me. I was like, is this just what a McRib is? These vegetarian ribs?
I'm sorry. That just made me laugh because it sounded like you said like I went vegetarian and it was because of the McRib.
No.
There's clearly no meat in a McRib, so yeah, I feel like you could eat that.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Can you do a review of Hancock 2008?
Maybe. I remember that movie being okay, but you could probably talk about it now. It'd be a little interesting.
Kimmy Wimmy Wim Wham, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi everyone, I hope your day has been going well. So I was wondering if you've had a chance to watch the 1988 remake of The Blob. I showed it to someone once and they said it was much better than it needed to be.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
I liked it.
Yeah, most versions of The Blob I like. I've only seen a couple, but
I saw it on home video back in like 1991.
Yeah.
TDI Charlie Brown, thank you for the 50 bits. So Rob, what are some of your favorite Disney movies?
I don't know, like a lot of the Pixar stuff, the classics, Hunchback, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast.
That's good. We're behind. So,
yeah. I don't know. Sorry.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Top 5 favorite Tim Burton movies. Go.
Ed Wood, Batman, Sweeney Todd, Night. No, that doesn't count. Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know. Batman Returns. Something else with Batman in it. I don't know.
Take out Sweeney Todd, replace it with Big Fish, and that's probably my list.
Oh yeah, okay, Big Fish. That'll be my 5.
Because Sweeney Todd's terrible.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 95 bits. Appreciate it. Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Rob, I agree with you about Batman Returns being better than Batman. The thing that most hypes me about the Flash movie is not the Flash or Batman Affleck slash Keaton, but the return of the 89/92 Gotham aesthetic. Never been better, in my opinion.
Oh, I hope they go hardcore on that. I don't even like if they CG it, just whatever. I just want to see it again. That'd be awesome.
Eastern 57, thank you for the 500 bits. For your charity shout-out consideration, Can Do Canines. They provide specially trained hearing and service dogs to people with disabilities. Free of charge, but that's standard.
Can Do Canine. Okay.
Yeah, Can Do Canines. That sounds really cute.
Yeah.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Well, we're all aware of Jared Leto's film career, but did you guys know he was the front man for the band 30 Seconds to Mars? And if you need to OD on angst, all you need to do is listen to one of their songs.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
That's how I actually knew him first. I used to love 30 Seconds to Mars.
He was in a band. Yeah, I always forget what band, but yeah.
Yeah, I used to love them, and I saw him in concert before, like, he was Jared Leto. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What is your favorite moment from Hot Fuzz? For me, it's the out-of-nowhere Romeo and Juliet musical number at the tacky play.
Any time Timothy Dalton talks and they have that scary music, especially when he's talking to that actress after Romeo and Juliet. I mean, that was like the 5th time they did it. I just couldn't believe I was still laughing at it.
The greater good, and then Timothy Dalton at the end with the thing there is, it really hurts.
Of course, bang, 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 bang. Oh my God, so many good moments.
Yeah, sorry. When I say before he was Jared Leto, I mean like before he was the big deal actor he was. Someone's like, he's been Jared Leto his whole life. Like, I know, he never had like a stage.
I think it's a character. There's no way that can be a real person.
Luke the Boss, thank you for the 50 bits. Okay, so being from Illinois, I have to ask, who's your all favorite hometown horror icon? Candyman or Chucky? And yes, Child's Play fans, I know in Bride it was revealed he was actually from New Jersey, but that wasn't the case originally.
Candyman.
Yeah, love that movie. It's one of my favorite. Might be my favorite slasher movie.
Chucky, at least to me, is not really scary. He's more kind of funny.
Yeah.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 200 bits. Also, I gotta say that Hook fanscription was fantastic. I loved it. Congratulations to you guys, and of course, Rufio/Zuko himself, Dante Bosco. Great job, you guys. Bangarang.
Oh, thanks a bunch. Glad you enjoyed it.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen The Muppets Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus?
Not yet. I really want to. Heather's been saying it's really good.
It's charming as hell. If you like the Haunted Mansion and Muppets, it's charming as hell. You'll have a good time. Eastern 57, thank you for the 100 bits. I recently rewatched Beavis and Butthead Do America. Still love it. Do you have an opinion on it, and do you think there's enough material there for an NC episode?
Oh, I love that
it.
Movie.
Yeah. I don't think
searches for everybody.
I
talking
don't know.
Roto-Rooter.
I don't know what I could do for a review outside of just saying it's funny. It just works.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Hello to one and all. Hope you all have the most wonderful and spooky Halloween. How many candies did you have left after that day?
None. I think somebody down the street had like a party with a bunch of kids from out of town, because we usually do like one bag and that's it. And we have some left over, but we just ran out this year.
We had a bunch left, so party time for us.
I do chips instead of candy, so we had like 5 bags of chips left. Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Rob, would it be possible to make fanscriptions about horror films? If so, I have a suggestion my sister cooked up. What if McCready was the thing all along?
Oh, wow. That's,
that'd be
God, I feel like I want to call Jim in on that one, because The Thing is like one of his favorite movies. I can pass it along and we'll see. We could do horror movies. I just don't know what we would do yet.
Jocks Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. Guys, who is your wartime movie drill instructor? Besides Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, of course. Maybe they're asking favorite?
Yeah, I mean, I think whoever the Full Metal Jacket dude was, that's the first one that pops in my head.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. I have an idea for a better Dear Evan Hansen movie. Maybe instead of having Evan Hansen lying about being friends with Connor, he should tell the truth, but still help Connor's sister deal with her grief.
I haven't seen the movie, so I can't comment. I hear it's great.
I mean, that's the whole premise of the stage play,
I know
too.
that's
So
the premise, yeah. But yeah, I haven't seen either.
TDI Charlie Brown, thank you for the 50 bits. Would Boys Meets World and Girl Meets World be in the lineup for a future Disney-cember?
Boy,
I don't know if you want to watch all of them.
Yeah, there probably are a lot, but it's like a lot of people just said like that defined a generation. I only saw like the first season or two before it got like generation defining, you know? So yeah, maybe if it's not that many episodes, which I feel like it probably is, but we'll see.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. I felt a lot of goodwill towards Ron's Gone Wrong. For a no-budget movie from a brand new UK animation studio, I thought it competed on the US blockbuster level really well.
I really, really liked it. Like I said, it's not perfect, but the strong stuff was really funny, and even the jokes kind of had like an 80s kids film mentality to it. Like it was kind of being a little naughty, like in the best way. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. So, about your commercial special, how do I send you the commercial to point and laugh at?
You know what? We already have our list. We usually post it on the whatchamacallit, Facebook fan page I have. That I got. So yeah, we already have them, but
I'd say start looking every late October.
Yeah,
when we'll throw it out.
Modika, thank you for the 50 bits. What dramatic actor would you like to see try a comedic role?
I mean, most of them have done it. Maybe fucking Daniel Day-Lewis. That might be fun. Even though There Will Be Blood was kind of humorous. But that makes me think, man, he could do comedy probably really well.
Letter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, I had a chat where I agreed with your wonderings of why they don't remake bad films, hopefully well, when the person I was talking with said it was because studios wouldn't want to waste film. This got me wondering, could childhood nostalgia be a key factor in whether or not bad movies get remade when taking into account that the original audience are now adults with money?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Well, just count how many things are original now. It's very few in terms of movies, and even shows. So, yeah, that's totally a factor.
Bonnie, thank you for the 50 bits. Yeah, sorry, we were behind, so they just posted again about you introducing them to the wall.
Oh,
Strider for Life, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug. How was your Halloween? Did you wear a costume?
yeah, I went as Walker White. I just dressed as Walter White and called myself that. Yeah, it was good.
Big Mac, thank you for the 100 bits. Is Chris Pratt even being that overused? I think it just feels that way right now because there have been 2 big announcements for him so close together.
I mean, yeah.
I would have said
but...
no before Garfield. It was just the 1-2 punch where I'm like,
timing, yeah,
it's almost just feels like another studio doubled down. It's like, wow, he's getting flack. Watch this.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. You must watch He-Man 3D. He's really wholly perfect how to make He-Man and match him with the modern formula. Season finale is mind-blowing. Also, the transformation of Masters of Evil is amazing. Each taken from a different horror movie. Trapjaw, Frankenstein, Evelyn, Ring, Beastman, Alien, and Skeletor is stealing the show.
Okay, I'm assuming you mean the CGI show.
Skeletor always should steal the show.
Yes. I doubt I'll have time, but I'll try my best to check it out.
Big Mac, thank you for the 100 bits. I actually saw David Prowse at a Comic-Con panel. He said Richard Marquand, the director of ROTJ, was awful. He didn't go into details, though.
I'd have to hear from more of the actors, but I do know that it definitely was very much ghost directed by Lucas, which is why not a lot of people talk about it. Whereas Empire had the least amount of involvement by Lucas. Guess what? Which is the best film?
Mumrar, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm a huge fan of the 80s and 90s era of Nickelodeon, so was extremely happy to find out You Can't Do That on Television is now newly streaming on Paramount Plus. The show never had any physical media release, so this is monumental to me. Paramount Plus is underrated in my opinion. I'd appreciate its old Nick content.
That's cool. I remember
You Can't Do That on
show.
Television was amazing. That really formed Nickelodeon's identity.
Its identity,
doubled it. Yeah.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, you once said during the Revenge of the Sith or Top 11 prequel good things that you like opera scene, how it builds mythology. What do you feel like after the Clone Wars, where we had the spirit of Darth Bane, those from Yoda Arc, Mortis gods, father, son, daughter, etc.? Let me just say that there will be more of it in Rebels and what Rob and Heather think about it.
Oh, cool. I think I followed that okay. Yeah, no, I like that they did dive a lot more into like the mythology and the backstory and stuff like that. And it was interesting. I found I actually did want to know a lot about that. I wasn't like, oh, it has to stay a mystery. No, I actually did want to know more about it. So yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched all of Clone Wars yet, so I can't really comment. I haven't finished it.
I'm almost through season 3 of Rebels. It's good. You'll like it, Doug. I think when you get to Rebels, you'll like it a lot. Yeah.
All right.
Jocks Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. What do you guys think of Bill Burr? I'd argue that he's the closest thing we have to a modern day George Carlin. I miss that man.
Yeah, that's one I forgot to mention too. I love Bill Burr. Yeah.
Boy, that's really, I don't know if I call him next George Carlin, but yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, no, I really like him.
Modica, thank you for the 50 bits. Chris Pratt is Hobbs in the live-action Calvin and Hobbes movie.
And Calvin.
Yes.
Why not both? Flutter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Last bits of the night, having grown up with a lot of the Disney musicals from the Renaissance, would you guys say that it's given you a deeper appreciation for movie musicals as adults, or have you just gotten more cynical about them as time's gone by?
No, the real something like Hunchback or Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and like they actually did expand like like musicals can be like epic. Like I know stuff like West Side Story and Sound of Music, they technically are too, but there's something about like there is a harshness to the Disney to some of the Disney films, like with parents dying and stuff like that, that does make it seem much more massive. And it's like, okay, so musicals can be kind of badass. All right, like I said, I always love the villain song. Maybe that
makes me appreciate when musicals are done right and not just like, oh, let's slap a couple songs in because we want an Academy Award.
Mm-hmm. Eastern 57, thank you for the 100 bits. In the new Leap review, the tippy toe standoff with cartoon sounds instantly made me lose my shit laughing. I cannot adequately express how much it physically hurt while laughing at the chicken sounds. Bravo, you legend.
Yeah, I think we were just laughing that hard when we saw that scene for the first time. We're just like, what the hell are they doing?
Yep.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 50 bits. Do any of you have a favorite anime quote? I love FMA quote at the end of Brotherhood, and now since I finished Cowboy Bebop, I love whatever happens, happens. You're going to carry that weight, and of course, see you, Space Cowboy.
I got two. I'm a hunter of peace, chasing the elusive mayfly known as love, from Trigun, and then from Cowboy Bebop, I'm just watching a bad dream I never wake up from.
Nice.
I love just bang. I love that.
Amazing. Cypher, thank you for the 100 bits. Loved the newest fanscription. Keep up the good work, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Real quick, I love this one comment. Am I voiced by Chris Pratt?
I already told you guys, yes. That's what's coming next. Strap in. We're all just going to be Chris Pratt. You want to talk to your wife? Chris Pratt. You want to talk to your 4-year-old son? Chris Pratt. Strider for Life, thank you for the 50 bits. We have Into the Spider-Verse now. I'd like to see DC make Into the Batverse with Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and the newest actor to play Batman.
Into the Batverse. Into the Batverse.
I would just be like, can Michael Keaton kill them all, and it'd just be about him?
Yeah, honestly.
Whereas the Spider-Man one, I'm just like, oh, I love all these Spider guys.
No. Keaton meets Conroy. That's the Batverse.
There you go. And then both of them kill the other ones.
I was gonna say they're about the same age now, probably. So.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. As 90s kids, which I hope some of you guys are, what do you miss from that era of awesomeness?
There's a little bit of like pushing the envelope with some of the comedy and for lack of a better way of putting it, more adult kid shows like Batman, and then you have something like
I miss In Living Color.
Yeah, it was a little, because again, I was a kid in the early 90s, so it was a little more experimental that I like, which is not to say it's not now. Yeah. I'm sure it is, but I like it was exciting to kind of see that stuff where it's like, can we get away with this? Like, that was always kind of fun.
But generally speaking, I consider myself more of an 80s kid. Like, by about 1992, I think I was 13. So, like, my teen years were like the 90s, but like my childhood years were the 80s.
Mumrar, thank you for the 50 bits. What did you think of the new trailer for Roland Emmerich's current film, Moonfall, starring Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, and Michael Pena?
Go ahead.
Love a good disaster flick. What's your favorite film from the genre?
Man, is that the one where there's like a giant tidal wave in the city and buildings blew up? You know, all of them?
Glad to see he's stretching himself.
Yeah, I'm really learning to fucking hate his movies. I'm not gonna lie. Even the ones that are like so bad they're good. I'm just sick of it. I am so sick of seeing that.
I have a soft spot for like those the classic disaster movies, like Towering Inferno, The Sidon Adventure, the airport movies. I do like Twister. Honestly, it's a huge guilty pleasure. I love that movie.
JT4, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey guys, is there any possibility whatsoever that you'll do a critic episode for Disney's Can of Worms? You did a Disney December review of it a bit ago, but from the sound of it, it sounds like a great episode for the NC.
Disney December is enough for me. I got everything out I need to say about it.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. I know Halloween already passed, but a really great thing to watch is an episode of Doctor Who called Midnight. Emphasis, it's brilliant.
All right, maybe I'll check it out.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Heard that Jim Carrey is going to be playing Modok. Thoughts on that big-headed news? I thought that was just
can't be any worse than Patton Oswalt, so.
I was going to say, is that the character? Yeah. I barely even know the character, so I don't know. Sure. It's not Chris Pratt.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits.
This isn't Chris Pratt has been cast as Modok.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Last question from me. Will you do a future nostalgia-ween of Dr. Sleep? I loved that movie. An unpopular opinion, it's better than The Shining.
Oh, that is.
All right. Let's not say things we can't take back.
Like half of it's look from that movie. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I don't have much of a passion to talk about it, but there is some interesting stuff to discuss.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 200 bits. So I'm watching the piano movie that features Anna Paquin in her Oscar-winning role. I heard it's a pretty good movie too. I only know her as the voice of Sheeta from Castle in the Sky and Rogue in the X-Men films, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. Have you seen it and your thoughts?
Yeah,
I liked it, but yeah, that was like 20 years ago at least since I've seen that film.
it is a little weird that she won an Oscar for that, because she's fine, but I'm like, Oscar, really? But look up her acceptance speech. It's the most adorable thing. She just stands there smiling, not knowing what to do, like she really did not expect to win.
Yeah.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Now, Rob, when you do your goodbye now, that's a reference to Black Cauldron, right? Pff, why am I even asking? Of course it is.
No. How many times do I have to explain it? It's a reference to Pinocchio.
Now voiced by Chris Pratt.
Yes.
Chris Aries, thank you for the 50 bits. Have Doug or Rob seen Last Night in Soho yet? And if so, what did you think?
I haven't.
I have not.
Nope. Jax Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. When everyone is Chris Pratt, no one will be.
It's the ultimate Incredibles.
Are we all part of the Chris Pratt singularity? Is he the universe?
LePew, thank you for the 50 bits. Lived in Chicago during my childhood, the 90s. Visited here and there to see family. Once I'm able to do a solo visit, I wish to correct a horrifying sin of never eating Chicago-style pizza. Recommendations?
Oh, top two, Pequods and Lou Malnati's.
Literally what I was going to say.
I would do, Gino, if you want, like, kind of like what people kind of think it is, you could also do Gino's East.
Mhm.
But Pequods and Lou Malnati's, I think, are the best.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. I asked Rob this question a while back while you were absent, but what is your favorite Ben Stiller performance? Mine is probably the Meyerowitz stories.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
I love his
man.
side roles, like as the running the evil home and Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandma.
Zero Effect. I thought he was very good in that too.
Oh, I fucking forgot about that movie. Like,
Yeah.
nobody talks about that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
That was a good Bill Pullman role, too.
Yeah.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh, Rob, I'm debating which anime I should watch after Bebop. Doug recommended Wolf's Rain, but I heard that Trigun is very excellent as well. Which one should I watch? Cue you two do duck season or rabbit season, but with these animes.
So it depends what you want. Trigun is a rare kind of phenomenon, which I call a comedy that then becomes a drama, whereas Wolf's Rain is pretty much a drama the whole way through. They're both really good. Like, Wolf's Rain would probably be in the top 10 for me, and Trigun is like probably my second favorite anime of all time. But Trigun is definitely like goofy until it decides not to be. But I would say Trigun, but that's just my personal taste. But Wolf's Rain is also really good. So if you choose Wolf's Rain, that's fine. I know that you just hate me and like Doug, and I will never forgive you.
And I'd be okay with that.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you, Doug, heard of this little gem, Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids? If not, it truly belongs to your wall.
Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids?
That sounds very familiar to me.
Sounds cool. No, wow. I'm gonna check this out. This looks like fun. Holy shit, this looks creepy. Oh, I'm checking this out. Absolutely.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Here's an idea for a reboot. Being John Malkovich, but with Chris Pratt, because then he is everyone with that special scene.
Yeah, there you go. Being Chris Pratt.
Pratt.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. This talk of comedians reminds me, is anyone familiar with Jim Breuer? B-R-E-U-E-R. Okay. My brother showed me a clip of him last night, and I swear, Doug, he rivals Jim Carrey in terms of moving and behaving like a human cartoon.
I want to see if it's the guy I'm...
Yeah, no, I was never a giant fan of his on SNL, so I can't really comment much, but...
It's weird. Yeah, if you were to say, aside from I think Half Baked, he was in that, but like, well, what do you recognize him from? I'm like, I couldn't tell you. I just remember every time I saw him. Yeah, I just remember every time I saw him, he either really made me laugh or I'm like, shut the fuck fuck up.
Yeah, it was there was no in between.
But I weirdly respect people like that because they go all out as well. So I do remember him making me laugh several times.
JT, thank you for the 50 bits. Are video game movies getting better? Video game movies used to be complete box office poison, but with Sonic in 2020 and the upcoming Mario movie coming out with really big names attached, it feels like people are finally starting to take video game movies more seriously with more effort and money.
Don't worry, Chris Pratt will ruin it.
Well, okay, hold on. Like,
I mean, I guess
we've got Uncharted.
Mortal Kombat was like kind of better.
Mm-hmm.
But like Sonic, like that movie looked cheap. They finally
but compared to like Street Fighter or something like that, like
I guess compared to the old days, but like when I watch Sonic, like to me, I'm just like compared to what's released nowadays, I'm like this movie looks really cheap, and we don't see much of whatever universe Sonic comes from. It's just a buddy road movie. Like we'll see what Mario gives us. Like I don't know, I gotta see a few more before I'll say there's a pattern here, but maybe.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm so hyped for Eternals that I'm going to watch it on Saturday. Should I be scared?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know. I'm going to see it tonight.
Yeah. And that's all the bit messages. So we have some time for some highlighted ones.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going back up to what R Red said. Rob, in regard to what you said in an earlier stream, Mario being an Italian stereotype actually started in the American Deke Super Mario cartoons, which then filtered into the games.
And then filtered back to Japan. Thus is the great circle of pop culture.
Right. Nintendork says, hey, Doug, I have a movie I think you would like since you like Reboot. Look up Hot Wheels World Race Highway 35. It's got some pretty sweet action and more effort than a toy-selling movie should ever have put into it.
I can't get that much into Reboot. You're like, if you love Reboot, you'll love this. I'm like, I don't. It's the animation. I can't do it. It's the same reason it's hard for me to watch that Nickelodeon Turtles cartoon. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's great. I just can't do the animation.
Oh, and they also said it was fun fighting you in Smash Bros. Yesterday.
Oh, it was great fighting you too.
Or Tuesday. Oliver Dreamwalker says, Doug, since the Sonic movie 2 is coming next year, it would be really cool if you play Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. It could be a good way to get to know more about Sonic the Hedgehog series, since those were the first games that have more plot than the Genesis ones, and apparently the sequel will have some elements of them. Do you think it's a good idea?
Will they? They shouldn't have much of the Sonic game in the first one, so I'm not holding out much hope.
Yeah, we'll see.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Oh, there was a joke you could have done with Leap. That is, turn into Nutcracker 3D, since Fanning is in both.
That's true, yeah. Darn.
Mumrar says, don't forget Resident Evil comes out this month. Yes, the new Resident Evil does. We've got Uncharted coming soon, the Last of Us series. There's a lot of video game stuff happening. Lord R. Wolfen says, is it me, or does Idiocracy and Demolition Man have similar plots? Also, game recommendation for After Little Nightmares, Jax and Daxter, since it's available on the PSN store.
Oh, cool.
I never thought of it, but yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, you're probably right.
You know what's so funny? I saw bits and pieces of that movie for years, Idiocracy, because critics said, oh, it's a bad movie. And every time I saw a clip, it looked really funny, and everybody quoted it. So I finally sat down, I think last year, and watched it. And I do like it, but it's one of those weird movies where I watched it and I can barely remember a thing about it. Like, it's completely forgettable.
It was ahead of its time. I mean, it just pretty much.
But it's weird. Maybe that's why, because I'm looking at this like, wow, that happened, neat. But I don't remember a thing about the characters or what happens in the story or anything like that. It just seemed like joke. And there were funny jokes, but I don't remember anything else. It's like really weird.
JT, thank you for the 50 bits. So, with Disney remaking absolutely everything recently, do you think they'll risk remaking Pocahontas in today's culture, or do you think they're just going to ignore that one?
Oh my god, okay,
I think they're going to ignore that one.
I want to see how the hell they do that.
Where's Song of the South? Can we get a Song of the South reboot here?
Orlando Garcia says, Chris Pratt is Bill. Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug and Rob. I know you didn't find Jim Carrey's Robotnik portrayal that funny. While I agree he didn't always have the best lines to give, his delivery is what made it work for me. I thought he was actually very amusing. It was just cool to see him return to his original roots.
Well, no, and I'll say that's another reason. No, that's another reason I didn't hate. the movie is that I thought the deliveries were good. They know how to give funny deliveries.
Writing
they just never had funny lines. Yeah.
They
no, I
never
thought
gave
all
funny
of them had
lines.
good
I
deliveries.
have a theory, and I'm hoping I'm correct, that I'm gonna like him more in the next one because he just is Robotnik now.
Yeah.
Like it's not this bizarro origin story, non-origin story where he just shows up. I'm like, I'm just some guy that's obsessed with. So maybe getting whatever that horse shit was out of the way, like maybe in the sequel will be like, oh, he can just be really funny now from get-go, and we'll see what happens.
Aussie Manny says, Dear Super Walker Bros and Princess Heather, I finally recently watched Con Air and found its ridiculous tone and action incredibly refreshing. Do you think modern action movies take themselves too seriously? What happened to the fun 90s and earlier action romp?
Oh man, you
They
ever watched the
became
Fast and Furious movies? Have you? Yeah. I was gonna say, man, they went into space in the last one.
I'll say this. I know what he's saying though, because if you get outside of that one series, like I kind of agree a little bit, where I'm just like, yeah, it's like you have to take yourself seriously, and your trailers all have to have in them. But no, I do think like there's some like carrying the torch, and I think Fast and the Furious is definitely a '90s movie.
The Game Fan says, Hello, Heather, Doug, and Rob. I have a question for you. Can you let me know if you have the 90s version of Rudolph on the list? Rudolph. The 90s Rudolph.
I was gonna say, like,
know which one that is.
I'd assume there'd be
It's
a
a
couple.
lot of Rudolph.
Oh, this one. Okay, I've never seen this advertised. I never watched it though. No, I should probably. No, I don't have. No, I'll try to check it out.
Matt Gamer says, Hi guys, hope you're having a good day.
Thank you.
Hi. Amadeus Zelda says, my earliest memory of a TV commercial was a Stretch It Out ad for Caramello candy bars. You guys ever had one of those?
Oh, Caramello? That
Caramello.
shit's awesome.
I don't even know if I'm really aware of it.
Oh,
Obviously.
It's amazing. It's like these little, it's a candy bar, and it's like these little kind of chocolate pockets with like liquid caramel in the middle, and you bite into it. It was everywhere in the 80s. I remember it. Like,
that's not what
like
I'm seeing. Oh, maybe I'm spelling it wrong.
Favorite candy bars.
And this is the last. Oh, sorry. What?
No, he's just
Caramello, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah. This will be the last one. It's not even a question. I just think it's funny. Hey guys, I watched Cats last week, and I still haven't fully recovered.
You never will.
There are support groups now, so just call your local support group. They'll talk you down.
I've literally heard Andre Meadows, the black nerd, talk about on his Twitch channel that like it changes you forever. Like there's before Cats and then there's after Cats.
It's like in the mouth of madness. It's some like Cthulhu kind of shit where you return back insane.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you all so much. We appreciate you being here and hanging out with us here while we chatted with Doug and Rob. Crush Level, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm sorry we're starting to wrap up here, but I can tell you next week is not the commercials. It's in like 3 weeks.
Yep.
So there you go. What was I saying? Oh, yes. We do have content here 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. But we do have some little blips happening in the next like week and a half here coming up because Malcolm is not going to be here tomorrow afternoon, but Doug will. Doug is starting a new game. Then next Thursday, there is no stream next Thursday because I'm going to be going to Grand Rapids. So we're all going to be gone from like Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I'm going to a wedding. Sadly, I can't go to Grand Rapids.
Oh yeah, most of us will be there.
Right, most of us will be at Grand Rapids. So next Thursday, next Friday, and next Saturday, I think there aren't any streams. So just be aware of that. But this week there is. So please come and hang out with us. We always appreciate seeing you here in chat. We literally could not do this without you. So have a wonderful evening. And come watch Doug play Little Nightmares tomorrow.
Yeah, play it tomorrow. Take care, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.